I am George L. Moore III, the moderator of tonight's exciting feature debate between the incumbent President Joe Biden and President ex officius Donald Trump. This is the event everybody's been waiting for. Both debaters have promised not to use foul language, not to act like children, and not to inadvertently disclose national secrets. We have taken their promises on face value, but cannot guarantee anything. Now, I will be asking questions to each of the debaters in turn, starting with President Biden. There are rumors that you are going to bow out early and hand the torch to whoever the DNC decides to nominate in your place. Is that true?
Now, why would I go and do a foolish thing like that?
Maybe because you're old and senile and showed up wearing a house coat.
I am the President of the United States, and there is nothing I can't do if I put my mind to it. And God bless our troops.
That's just it, crooked, crazy Joe. Your mind is turned to mush.
So I will enter an executive order for giving students loans as soon as I get back to the salon. I once voted for a black mayor.
A question for Mr. Trump.
Call me Donald, but don't get it fucked up. I don't care about you. I care about winning this debate.
Mr. Trump, when you were president, what did you do to help the black community?
Oh, the old collusion delusion, huh? I see what's going on here. At least I didn't pass crime bills that carry mandatory minimum sentences for minor drug offenses like my challenger, crooked Joe Biden. I can tell you that much. Yeah, blacks commit a lot of crimes, but it's just their nature. Get used to it.
Is it my turn to go?
Shut the fuck up, you ancient piece of poopy. You and your D.C. mafia came after me on a witch hunt. You weaponized the Justice Department to have me falsely charged with false, fictitious, and untrue charges.
A convicted felon calling me criminal. Kind of like the pot calling the kennel black.
Excuse me, President Biden, but did you say kennel or kettle?
What? I said like the pot calling the Colonel Black.
You see he has shit for brains.
I'll give you shit for brains. You look like an orange turd with age whipped cream on top. How about that?
Hold on now.
No way, this dustbag has the last word. Look at him. I don't know if it's Crooked Joe or Crazy Joe, but I'll bet his nuts are hanging down by his knees. Picture that in your mind.
I'd rather not. Question for President Biden. What exactly is your position on illegal immigration?
This country was founded by illegal immigrants. We should give them the same chance that we gave Christopher Columbus. And by the way, how often do you and melanoma bump uglies? That's the real question on everyone's mind.
You couldn't fuck your way out of a wet diaper bag. I've had porn stars and celebrities suck. We haven't heard anything about yours.
Yeah, that you had to pay for.
What about that crackhead son of yours, Hunter? Fucking his dead brother's widow. Nothing like keeping it in the family. What a bunch of sick, pathetic criminals. When I am the president again, and I am going to show you how to fuck over everyone. It's an art, you know.
Let's be a bit more civil, gentlemen. This is a family show. Now, Mr. Trump, if you are elected this November, will you leave office after your term has ended, or will you stay on as a dictator?
I will make America great again.
You wish.
The question was about you becoming a dictator.
Oh, yeah, that. Well, of course, I will accept president for life as my term, and yes, I will leave office after my term has ended.
You're so power hungry. You will have yourself taxidermized to stay in office. Some maintenance man will be brushing your dried hair with a brush he used on his nuts.
People aren't all that smart, you know. A dictator is something most Americans have never had. Americans might need someone smart and bold like me to be their dictator. That's called democracy. And if you're a dictator curious, you can't get a better candidate than me. What is the worst that can happen? Come on.
I think you shit your depends, Donald. Do you smell that? It smells like a dead gopher carcass on a hot Sunday afternoon.
That's you, crooked, sick and old, mentally retarded and fucked up, Joe Biden. You shit your pants, and it smells like baby food. Look, it's running down your leg.
Trying to get me to look. That trick is as old as the Beverly Hillbillies.
President Biden, people are saying you are too old and infirm to handle the day-to-day duties of president. What do you say to them?
Look at this moron. I say we have him take a mental test right here and now. Joe, what is your name? See, he's struck dumb. He's dumbfounded. He's a diddly dork dum-dum. Dee-dee-day boo-boo. Dip your head in doo-doo.
Mr. Trump, How would you deal with illegal immigrants?
Hire them to maintain my golf courses. I'm not kidding. They do nice work when they're not shooting our cops, raping our women, and murdering our citizens. Send them back. Send them back. Send them back.
Send them back.
President Biden, your administration has been sending bombs to Israel to blow up Palestinians and at the same time dropping food bags from airplanes. Does the United States want to blow them up or feed them?
This is a sheer shush problem. We stand behind Israel 120%. But we also must feed the Palestinians, and they hate bologna sandwiches. We must keep them alive long enough to be bombed.
On day one, I will stop all the wars around the world. I happen to be friends with Putin and Little Kim. I will send Kanye West to talk to Little Kim, and I will send General Flynn to the Russians, and he can stay there. All the wars will be over, and we will have peace and prosperity under Trump rule. It's mostly fake news anyway, probably crisis actors. I'll get my good friends, Alex Jones and Mike Lindell, to straighten it out. We all need a good night's sleep. I haven't slept for weeks now, and I'm still more awoke than that dust bag over there.
You're a liar. I have no problem calling you out. You want to fight? Let's step backstage, and I'll show you how we do it in Scranton. They don't call me the Scranton Scrapper for nothing. Let's go.
All right, gentlemen, now let's...
I will beat your old ass like a Big Mac attack.
Mr. Trump, the next question is for you. How can you convince the American public that, if elected, you will work hard for the good of the country rather than the good of the Trump organization?
When you say for the good of the country, you mean evangelicals and other white people who believe I am the Messiah. I guess I don't understand the question.
He's going to line his own pockets, sell out to our enemies, start a civil war. You can't possibly think he has good intentions for the country.
And what have you done? I'll tell you what you have done. Nothing. I will make America great again.
America's already great. It's the greatest country on earth. May God bless.
Yeah. I will drain the swamp day one and get rid of all of your cronies in the deep state. I will appoint an attorney general who will go after all of my enemies. I will call on all patriots to gather on Capitol Hill. I will call out the National Guard. I will sell nuclear codes, cheap too, if I have to, in order to defend this country.
You're the winningest loser I've ever met. I could be sitting on the porch at the White House with my tea and newspaper, but I am here trying to squeeze out one more win for the old Gipper. Come on now, people. Are you that fucking stupid? This guy's going to take us back to the Stone Age. You don't have any rights as it is. Why would you want to lose more? This guy is going to run the government of the United States like a cheap whore at a sailor's bar on a Saturday night. Come on. Nailed that one, didn't I?
Crooked, sleepy, crazy Joe Biden. I'm marketing a brand dummy. People are sick and tired of being sick and tired. They want radical change, and they don't care what that looks like. I am rich. I did have a successful TV series. I own great buildings, land, and golf courses. This is the next logical step for me. If these fools fall for, Joe, you paying attention, the old Hoboken hustle, well, that's on them. I only care about myself and about myself winning. So elect me and not this old crook.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Thank you for watching. I'm George Elmore III, your moderator. As you know, this is the first of several debates scheduled for this election season. Watch for notifications